possibly, of course. These new lines ain't never seen past week before. London or Milan, but we definitely in New York. I figured out my style and what it should be called. It's the men. You know what I'm saying? It's the men. Yeah. Latest in my collection, have it prepped for a walk. I'm a passionate designer every time that I talk. Just look at my brand, it's luxury art. The mother's knockoffs, you can tell by the cloth. It's the man. Know what I'm saying? It's the man. Yeah. The garments are old, my clients pay the cost. Chambray, some decal, price protected by law. Innovation and influence, you can hear it in my bars. Still my style all you want, but y'all can't put it on.
Y'all know what it is.
Yes, yes, yes.
Y'all know what it is.
Yes, 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 yes.
Welcome back to the Fresh Mint Podcast.
Welcome
back.
Yes.
We got a new topic that we got to talk about.
Definitely.
We're doing a recap of the NBA Draft 2024.
That's it.
So, what's your thoughts on the top 10?
Okay, well, you know what? The overall draft, I thought was...
What would you grade it?
Well, I don't see any Hall of Famers coming out of this draft. You know, I think it's going to be some good players. A lot of potential win.
Can some of them be all-stars?
Maybe
a couple. I'll say a couple.
I mean, it could be a sleeper in there that could make the all-star team.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a couple,
but it wasn't it wasn't a Hall of Fame draft. It wasn't
not at all.
One of those that you're gonna say, "Oh, this class was, the
stat."
Right.
Like this class was stat.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I don't see that happening, but it was a decent draft class.
Some nice guys. I mean, there was a lot of emotion. A number of foreign players, specifically France, kind of led the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, actually, the first two guys were a toss-up to see who was going to be number one. Mm-hmm. Both very tall, slim young men, and it was interesting to see the passion behind this particular draft. A lot of guys were very emotional, and they were into it, man.
I mean, all the hard work they put in, man.
Right. I mean,
to make it this position.
Exactly.
It's an accomplishment. It's deserving.
And you never know where you're going to fall. So I mean,
right.
I mean, these guys felt the pressure of trying to get here.
Right.
And it was an interesting draft. I mean, top 10 was, it was a decent top 10. I
feel like it was somebody, if these guys was in the draft,
mm-hmm.
like maybe last year or 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago,
right,
they'll be like undrafted.
I mean, the league has changed so much.
Yeah.
It caters to the European style of basketball now. So big men don't have that inside power or fire, so
right.
Big man can average 10 and 10, and then they're happy with that. And if you can hit a couple of threes a game, your team is happy. So
it's all about the 3-pointers now. So
right.
So they want big guys that can hit the three.
They want threes and oops.
Threes and oop. That's it.
Yeah, and you got to be able to play some D.
But the post game play nowadays, man, it's just we don't see that no more. We don't see that no more. And
I tell you what, this was the draft of bringing back the dinosaur, the unicorn is still going to be around. They're always going to have the unicorn, but the dinosaur is coming back in the shape of Donavan Clingan,
Right.
Zach Edey, and Filipowski. I can't remember his first name.
Kyle
Kyle
Filipowski.
Filipowski, from Duke. I think those guys are going to bring back the inside game, the inside post up game.
And Khalil Ware.
Khalil Ware.
Khalil
Right.
Ware.
I mean, they're going to, take a three here and there, but I think these guys are going to change that program around, for bringing back the heavyweights, into the division.
I think Zach Edey going to Memphis was very shocking.
Right. And we're going to get to that. I want to talk about how it really opened up. But Zach Edey, his stock was like up and down, up and down, up and down. And nobody knew he was going to fall. He didn't even come to the draft.
He didn't go to the green room.
He's like, I'm not going to come up there and then getting myself embarrassed.
Right.
I can see that. I'm not going to. Nah,
and he the tallest guy. And he's like the tallest guy in the
Tallest
draft.
guy in the draft, right? So I mean, 7'4".
Yeah.
And so let's run through it a little bit. Top 10. We're gonna go top 10. Then we're gonna jump around a little bit. The first pick of the draft.
Washington Wizards.
Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks. My bad. Yeah.
Are gonna take Zachary Recession from France.
I don't know too much about him. This is an interesting pick. I know Atlanta is doing a lot of moves in the offseason, so I don't know what to say about how the chemistry is going to be with him and Trey or DeJounte.
DeJounte's gone.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Breaking news.
DeJounte Murray has been traded to the New Orleans Pelicans for Larry Nance Jr.
And some picks.
Interesting. I think the Pelicans, they're on the come up now. They're very much on the come up now.
Very much.
They can make it to the NBA Finals.
I mean, the team played well.
I think it's going to be them versus Boston. Yeah, y'all heard me. Yeah. Pelicans versus Boston.
I mean, they played well enough to get out of that OKC series last year.
Right.
And now you add Murray. And
him and CJ in the backcourt.
Kind of interesting, baby. I think that they can.
They both
do
got a
something
good
with
mid range. They both got a good mid range game.
Oh yeah.
And
they
DeJounte Murray. Well, CJ, we knew about CJ.
Yeah.
But DeJounte, he can hit that. His 3-pointer has really improved. So that's going to be. And he's a great defender. That defense is going to lock up. You know how Willie Green is.
Right. So Zachary went to Atlanta. He still has a good team there. They fell off in the big picture, but
and we thought they were gonna be a really good team since they made that conference finals.
Right.
And they had John Collins, and now John Collins is gone.
Right.
So like I said, I don't know how the chemistry is gonna be because we don't know the update with Trae Young. We heard that he might stay, he might get moved.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If Trae stays, that's a good pickup for Trae to dish him dimes along with Clint Capella.
Right.
But, it's not too bad. Like I said, I don't know too much about Zachary Rozier. But it's not too bad. Not it's a decent pick.
Okay. Taking number 2 in the 2024 draft.
Washington Wizards.
Washington Wizards take Alex Sarr from France by way of OTE, Australia,
The NBL.
and France.
Right. I know a little bit about Alex Sarr. I mean, I follow OTE, so I've seen him playing at OTE. He gotten better from being at OTE into going to the NBL.
Right.
You know, NBL is a great league,
It's a tough league.
very physical,
Right.
and he did a great job there, and
Right.
that was deserving. You know, about Washington,
It's a
I don't know
tough
what to
place to play, man. I mean, it's purgatory.
yeah,
He's familiar with the NBA. His brother Olivier Sarr plays for OKC.
Right.
He knows the game. He's been in OTE, so he knows how the Americans play. We'll
and he
see
played for
what
France
happens.
too.
And he plays for France. So we're gonna see. I mean, he understands, the game.
Right,
It's just about work and continue to get some experience.
right.
I
think he's gonna be decent. I think he's gonna be a decent player in the league as well.
Right.
Pretty good player.
And then we had at number 3 in the
Houston
2024
Rockets.
draft, the Houston Rockets take
Reed Sheppard from Kentucky.
from Kentucky. And I
Reed
have to
Sheppard.
say, flame on.
Yeah,
This is a flamethrower right here, boy.
50-50 and 80.
50-50 80. This kid was
Type of
hitting
numbers I put up.
50 from the 3, 50 from the field at 2, and 80 from the line.
Great numbers.
Great numbers.
He deserves that number 3. That just shows that you put that work in on your shot,
Right.
and you show the results in the game.
Right.
It's gonna show, and that's why Reed Sheppard was number 3. That's why I wasn't really surprised with that, because that's the same position I am with me being a shooter,
Right.
and just seeing that really motivates me. Like, all right, I can do this.
Yeah,
Y'all might
man.
see me in the top 10,
Hey,
top 5.
listen. Let God know.
Yep, like all God's work, man. But Reed Sheppard, great pick by the Houston Rockets. They're rebuilding, slowly rebuilding. They got a couple of guys,
They
a
got
couple of
some
veterans.
pieces.
They got some
pieces.
veterans. Got some veterans. You got Dylan Brooks. You got Fred VanVleet. You got Uncle Jeff Green.
And there's rumors of KD coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's rumors of KD coming. So, I mean, that team's dynamic can change
A lot.
in a flash.
Yeah. I mean,
In a
Ime
flash.
Udoka, a great coach.
Very good.
Took the
coach.
Celtics to the finals in 2022
Right. In his first year?
in his first year. So and they almost made to the play-in this year.
Right.
So, they got some good guys, man. Especially the young guys they got. The Thompson twin.
Right. They say he's the more aggressive of the two.
Right.
He's the better player.
Right.
So, I mean, I like them both, but
I like both. Both twins are really good. They're both athletic.
right.
But Amen Thompson, he's
They say he's a little more aggressive.
yeah.
Okay.
But good pick by the Rockets. Good pick.
Definitely a good pick, man.
At number 4, who we got?
In the 2024 draft, for the Spurs, we have Stephon Castle from UConn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. UConn, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
Great pick. Great pick.
Stephon Castle.
Another
man.
tough team that's coming up.
Yeah.
Him going there with Wemby, and you got Trey Jones and Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
That's going. Whew.
Man, they just keep adding pieces, and they're going.
Pop
to
still there, legendary coach.
Yeah, yeah. With Pop there, that staff, these guys, that's a beautiful
And-
pick.
and-
It's a great place for him to grow.
Right. Stephon Castle comes from a program from Danny Hurley, who moves without the ball, who cuts to the basket, that wants more than 2 passes, 0.5 seconds. And that's the type of playing style that Pop does for a
Right.
very long time. Even when Tim Duncan was there, Ginobili was there, Tony Parker was there. So that's a great fit for Stephon Castle, because he could just continue to do that
Right.
with the Spurs, man, and they can get back to winning. It's gonna take a while, but they can get back to winning.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it might not be too long.
Might not,
Might not be too long. We'll see.
because these young teams are coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Orlando Magic.
Exactly.
Who we got number 5?
Pick number 5 in the 2024 draft. The Detroit Pistons pick Ron Holland II from
G League
G League
Ignite.
Ignite.
Okay.
You know, Ron is a little bit of a project.
Yeah.
You know, the Pistons have probably close to the youngest team. Now, they might be the youngest team in the league.
Yeah.
But
They dealt with a lot of losses.
yeah. But in retrospect, they just got a new GM. They're gonna get a new coach. They moved Monty out because they feel it didn't work. It didn't work out with him and the young fellas and trying to bring that program along.
Right.
So now they're still in the midst of looking for a new coach, but they have Trajan Langdon there as a GM. He just came over.
He was from the Pelicans, right?
He was at the Pelicans.
So he's gonna help.
Yeah, he helped build the Pelicans into something special.
Yeah.
So now he's in Detroit.
He knows what he's doing.
His pick. He knows what he's doing, and we'll see.
They just
got
gotta
to
find a coach.
They got to find a good coach, man. To bring these young guys along.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll see what happens from there, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Decent pick, Ron Holland II.
Ron Holland II. And now at number 6 in the 2024 draft. Now I have a little problem with this, but we'll try it. Tajane Salon. He's a power forward from France, and he was taken by Charlotte Hornets.
Okay. Not too bad. Another guy from France.
Right.
I don't know too much about him.
No, sorry.
I mean, we just gotta see how Charlotte. Whew, I think they can make some noise, just a little bit. I feel like they're just very inconsistent. I mean, they brought some veteran guys,
Right.
Grant Williams, Seth Curry.
LaMelo has to stay healthy, and he
Very,
has
very
to
much.
start to build into the pro. He has to believe in the program that they're trying to do something. It's not a show.
Right.
You know, if you want to win, you have to,
The game, your playing style has to be different in order for you to win.
I believe
You gotta
so.
change it.
I believe so.
Can't do all these dancey stuff, fancy stuff, like you do in a mixtape.
But Brandon Miller was a good pick. They still have some guys that want to play and want to win.
Right.
So, and LaMelo is talented, but he has to stay healthy, and he has to bring something else to the table in the long run to move into a playoffs, into the play-in or playoff spot. From there. So, good luck to the young man from France. That's the third one in 6 picks, 3 from France.
Yeah.
So I want to move on to number 7
Number 7.
in the 2024 draft. Let's see.
The Portland Trailblazers.
Trailblazers. They take Donavan Clingan out of UConn.
Another one, baby.
We obviously are UConn fans, and
Yes.
Donavan Clingan, man, 7'2",
7-2.
center, and he's mobile. He can move around the basket,
help
move
him a
away
lot.
from the basket. He blocks shots. He plays good D, and he's still very youthful. He can get a lot of stuff done for your team. He can help
definitely
your
learn
team
a
in
lot.
a lot of ways. He learned a lot and got 2 chips,
Back to back.
back-to-back chips. He was a local guy, and he helped that program win those 2 chips, and those were some tough games in the Big East. He's Big East made, and I think he's going to do well in the NBA.
He's a winner. He's a
He's a
winner.
winner.
Same thing with
Right.
Stephon Castle. He's a winner as well, man.
Right.
So I think Donovan Clingan in Portland is a good move, good pick. In Portland, they on the come up too.
They have DeAndre,
But DeAndre probably played a 4.
and they can move him over.
Right.
You know, and if they can go with a Twin Tower set, that could
luck
cause
with that.
problems. That
Good
could
luck with
cause
that.
problems. Yeah. So
All right. All right. So
see now.
at number 8 in the 2024 NBA draft, the Spurs select Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. But this pick got traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Rob Dillingham is heading to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
yeah,
Ooh,
well, Rob Dillingham.
he's a bucket. He's a bucket. He's a bucket.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I know you heard of Combine Academy.
right.
He went to Combine Academy because he's from North Carolina.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
obviously after he went to prep school, and then he spent a year OTE.
Okay.
And then he went to Kentucky, and he did his thing. And
Right.
he earlier in the draft, he was projected to be number 1 or like top 5, but yeah, 6'1", 164 pounds.
164 pounds.
Wow.
A lot of speed though.
A lot of speed. He's quick. He's shifty.
Yeah.
He's fast as well.
And the guy's not afraid to go into the lane.
No, he's not, and
I've
he's
never
not,
seen
and
him
he,
afraid of going to the
and
lane.
he's not afraid of physicality, man. He's not
No.
afraid of physicality. I think him and Ant, I think he gonna learn a lot from Ant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though Ant is still learning, but
But they have that dog mentality. the
Oh,
both of
yeah.
them. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. And I think this is good for Ant because if Ant needs help with scoring, I know the others are not really consistent with it, but getting Rob Dillingham,
yeah.
great pick. Because
I mean, he's a Trey Young type. He's a small cat, but
he's a microwave,
right.
so that can help a lot.
Yeah, definitely. You know, could be a little bit of a problem on defense. Could
Yeah.
be, but we'll
Work on
see.
his defense,
They're
but
gonna
he'll
have
be
to-
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely like him. I like Rob. I like
Yeah.
what I saw him do this past season.
So good pick by Timberwolves, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully they can play him and put him in that. Well, he's on the roster spot. He's on the roster, but they might have to put him in the G a little bit. Let's see. Maybe
Yeah, we'll
not.
see what happens.
We'll see.
I mean, this is a stacked team that went far in the playoffs, so we'll see how it goes. But I believe in him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Number 9 in the 2024 draft, the Memphis Grizzlies takes Zach Edey from Purdue. 7'4".
299.
Wow.
That's a big man.
Big guy.
That's a big man, biggest man, I think, in the draft.
Surprise.
this
That
year.
was a surprise pick.
Surprise pick, as I said earlier. Zach's his stock was just all over the place, and I'm glad for him. I think Memphis
Yeah.
really likes that pick. Ja, he went on the socials like right after. I mean, moments after the pick. Ja went on the socials, with excitement about getting big Zach Edey in there. I mean, that just moves JJJ over.
Yeah.
Gives
Triple
him a
J.
little more support.
Triple J.
Triple J. It gives him a little more support around the rim,
Yep.
so he can step out.
Shot blockers.
Oh, whew. You talk about defense now. Defensive player of the year along with
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
You know, I think
that's
that
good, man.
they're going to be in good shape. And then
Brandon Clark.
that's what I say. I was going to say when Clark comes back too, defense. Oh man, they're going to be something up front. That front line.
It would have been cool if they had Xavier Tillman as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
shout out to Xavier Tillman on the Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics
Got himself a ring, so he
No
good.
doubt. But
So,
this is a big pick for them. You know, big pick. It just reshapes them as well. It gets them into a good place. You know,
Get them back up into the top 6.
yeah,
So,
man.
Yeah.
So, number 10.
Number 10 in the 2024 draft, the Utah Jazz select Cody Williams from Colorado, brother of Jalen Williams, J-Dub from OKC Thunder.
Okay.
Good pick. Utah, another team that's rebuilding, that developing as well.
Right.
This West, man, the West is very tough.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of young teams that's coming up.
Right.
Ahead with these. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like the Western Conference is just so tough, man. It's like any team can get to the playoffs, and it's hard for them to get eliminated, and then some teams to be in the play-in.
Right. And the Jazz have a very interesting team, man. I mean, I thought they had the capability of getting to the playoffs this year. A lot of young guys mixed in with some, guys coming into their prime, like I think Laurie is out there, Laurie Marketing, and
Jordan Clarkson.
Right. So these are guys that have some experience, and
Colin Sexton.
Colin's had about 4 years now.
Yeah.
So I mean, these guys are going into their prime, and the young guys they have with them. I thought they would, make a run for it, but I think I'm adding this kid Cody Williams. I mean, he's about 6'8". He's got a 7'1" wingspan. So I think that's going to be helpful, in his development.
I feel like he could be like his brother.
Yeah. Right.
His brother doing well in OKC. He could do the same thing in Utah. So
right.
They pretty much play the same way.
Right. And I think what he's learning from, J-Dub, J-Will, I'm sorry.
No, J-Dub.
J-Dub is going to help him. I mean, like I said, with Olivia helping Alex.
Sorry, yeah.
Right. I think that J-Dub is going to be able to really help Cody,
know what the league is about.
Move along quicker.
Right.
Than what you might have otherwise, So I'm going to move on from this. We're not going to go through the draft. We wanted to give you the top 10. Yep. And now we're going to jump around a little bit because there's some guys that we know personally. Yeah. And there's guys that, we like personally. We're fans of. And we wanted to get into that before, we run out of time. So that was pretty much it for the first day, with the exception of number 30 pick, Baylor Shireman, and
going to the Boston Celtics.
No, I'm sorry. But yes, Baylor Shireman went to the Boston Celtics because we like the C's. Lefty, nice jumper.
Another guy from the Big East.
And we think that he's going to be a help to the Celtics.
With his shooting ability, I feel like he's another Sam Hauser.
Right.
And
a lefty pick.
But a lefty.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that.
So then we had another Big East player that we like.
Yes.
Which was Devin Carter from Providence, up near where you go to school at.
Right.
And Devin is 6'2".
Right.
With a 6'9" wingspan. His father, Anthony Carter, used to play for the Miami Heat.
Right.
And
he's a coach now, right?
He's coaching. In the league. And Devin has a 42-inch vertical.
Vertical.
Yeah, and he was taken at 13 by the Sacramento Kings.
Another good team.
Another good team.
Like I said, that Western Conference is stacked.
Stacked.
Sacramento is on the come up. So adding Devin Carter, man, that's them and the Pelicans really.
They're elevating
up there.
themselves. Yes, they're elevating themselves. I mean, Devin can play shooting guard or point guard. He can mix it up. So
Or play the three.
He can actually play the three at 6'2" because of that wingspan and his ability to get to the rim.
Right.
Against
and he can shoot a little bit.
And he can shoot. That's what I mean. He can shoot.
All right.
You know, so I'm gonna jump around real quick. I wanted to get to Dalton Connect went 17 to the Lakers.
Bucket getter.
Yeah.
I know he's going to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Right.
At 17. He's 23 years old. He knows the game. I think he's one of the oldest guys in the draft.
Actually, Shireman's a little older than him by a few months, but yeah, Shireman will be 24 in September, and Connect is 23 right now too as well.
Right.
So I think that his stock made him drop in the draft. You know, so we're gonna see what happens with him and with the LA Lakers, and then there's our man from University of Virginia.
Yes, sir.
He was taken number 28 by Denver, and his pick was sent to the Phoenix Suns.
Yes,
Ryan Dunn.
Yes, sir.
From out of New York.
Yes, sir. Freeport.
And by way of the great Lehigh High School.
Yes, sir.
In Long Island, Brookville, Long Island.
Shout out to my boy Ryan Dunn, man. We go way back. This
Coach Buck, congratulations on another player.
Yes.
Making that move to the league.
Yes.
Okay, and that's where we at. You know, we don't really have much we want to do with the draft. The second day. Well, okay, let me see. Can't forget about Jared McCain. We got to give him a shout out.
Shout out to Jared McCain coming from Duke.
He was number 16 for the 76ers out of Duke. That point guard, shooting guard combo guy. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a tough player. You know, have to give him the three. He's a tough player, man. Yes, he can shoot. He can shoot.
I feel like him learning from Maxey. Is gonna help a lot. You know, hitting shots off the dribble because I feel like he shot a lot of shots.
Yeah. Coming
off the catch and shoot.
Right.
So from him learning from Maxey to know how to shoot the ball off the dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be. He gonna learn a lot as well. He's gonna be like Rob Dillingham in Philly.
Right.
So
and he's gonna get a good education there playing with those guys.
And with Nick Nurse.
I mean, right. And this is a bona fide contender out of the East. Mm-hmm. You know, they're usually right there. You know, they may fall off at the end, but they're gonna be in the
But Embiid has to stay healthy.
Right. Embiid has to be healthy. They're a top 4 team in the conference, so he's in a quality situation, and he's got good guys to learn from.
Yeah,
you know.
So shout out to Jared McCain.
Yeah. And
yeah, that's it, man. I mean, shout out to everybody that got drafted.
Congratulations, fellas.
To y'all. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing. You know,
yes.
I mean, everybody can't do that. They can't
yes.
do what you did. And, you know, with it only being 2 rounds, it went over 2 days, but it was an experience for you people and your families. God bless you all. We wish you all you guys the best. Now, obviously, there's one we didn't get to, and we're going to take that in a totally separate episode, which is going to come up right after this. So in the interim, subscribe, you know, give us some feedback, talk to us. You know, you can text You can leave comments, Q&A. Check us out on our socials.
Yes.
And come back to the Mint
Podcast.
We love y'all.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. It's coming up. Number 55.
Stay tuned.
These new lines had never seen past week before. London or Milan, but we definitely in New York. I figured out my style and what it should be called. It's the Mint. I'm saying it's the Mint. Yeah. Latest in my collection, have it prepped for a walk. I'm a passionate designer every time that I talk. Just look at my brand, it's luxury art. The mother's knockoffs, you can tell by the cloth. It's the Mint. No, I'm saying it's the Mint. Yeah. The garments are old, my clients pay the cost. Chambray, some decal, price protected by law. Innovation and influence, you can hear it in my bars. Still my style all you want, but y'all can't put it on.